Good evening. Welcome to Mighty Ox Trading. Monday evening. 'Twas a few days before Christmas. And all through the exchange. Apparently, after the last few days, not a trader was buying. We saw another sell-off today. Oh yeah, by the way, I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the stream. Let's look at NASDAQ over today. NASDAQ was hard. This is the choppiness at the open. If you see this is just, oh my God. I mean, there was almost no way to trade this after the open. Finally found some movement here. You look at the 5-minute chart. Oh, hello, Vincent. How are you? Did you trade today, Vincent? How did you do? See, NASDAQ started off today, yesterday's session. It's weird to say yesterday when it was just a couple hours ago. But, it started off and it just came down. It found the bottom in late morning and started recovering some. But the open was just choppy as heck. We have now, you can see, since this massive move up on the day of the FMOC, came up here and it darn near lost 1,000 points over basically, 48 hours of trading with the weekend in between, but in actual trading hours, about 48. It's recovered some now, kind of sideways. Not a lot of action so far this evening. It looks like it's kind of, if we fast forward here back to our actual action tonight, it's come up here. It gave a good buy signal here. I don't really look at much that early, but it would have went up like over 30 points. Got the short signal here, came down below the SMA, came back above, but kept going down. So, it came back down basically almost to where it opened. Now it's bouncing back up. Great job, Vincent. I made a couple stupid mistakes this morning. I turned what would have been winners into losers by just not having a wider I should have been using a wider stop at that time of day, like I normally do, and then I got stopped out, and then they went. See gold today. Actually, gold's sending me a signal right now. Gold's been kind of choppy this evening. It's come down. I'm not sure what signal it was sending me though. Anyway, this is gold today. Finished down on the day. Came pretty much hit the high of the day right around midnight my time, and came and just continued to come down. Although kind of choppy in its down, but at about a 15-point range today. The UltraBond also came down pretty much all day. So almost everything had a down day today. You can see it's still kind of coming down. Crude oil though had a good day. Crude came up almost 3.5 points. Natural gas came up as well. Copper. Ooh, I actually missed changing that. Copper ended up very well. 8 times 20, about 160 ticks. So that's where yesterday's trading day was. Let's see if we can find anything tonight. Only 4 trading days this week. Not sure if how volume will be as we head toward the holiday. With seeing people traveling and all that fun stuff. If anyone's looking to do a trader evaluation to get funded, Earn to Trade today surprisingly announced a sale through the end of the year for 50% off all of their Gauntlet minis, and that's 50% for the life of the subscription. I almost said prescription. Right now, not much going on. See if volume picks up in 7 minutes, top of the hour. So, Vincent, your 2 wins today, was that during the morning session, or was that during the London session? Because I know you've been trading in London lately, too. Russell. Cool. Yeah, I'm still thinking London's the best session to play. I mean, I was looking at this price action on Q. I mean, in the afternoon, actually, the price action started settling down. But this choppiness in the morning, oh my God. I mean, I was just watching this and was trying to look for a signal, and it was like, rup, 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 rup. And it didn't really. I mean, the choppiness continued over here, just sine waving up and down over around the SMA line. I mean, finally broke here, but how did I know it was gonna, this was going to be a good signal or not just continue doing this? But yeah, early morning, starting at like 6 a.m. my time, 7 Eastern. That would have gave me two good trades. But the London session was definitely a bit more calm, more moving one direction. Even so, I mean, there was a lot of pullbacks. So it was coming up and down. So it was choppy overall, but at least you find something going in your direction. I just right here, this trade I marked off is the one that actually got me that wasn't using the right uh, stop loss for. This I got in here, and it pulled back by 14 points. I had a 10-point stop loss. If I had a 15 point, which is what I would normally use here, it would have came down close to it and then went for 30 plus points. But instead, I took a 10-point stop and didn't get back in. And I did something similar on ES as well. So that was a frustrating morning. ES sending me a signal downward. Yes, it's slightly above its open. Came down earlier to right around 45.70. It's about 4 points above that now. Did you have success trading sim as well, Vincent? Not totally convinced on this short signal. That's why I'm hesitating. I'm wondering if it's kind of wanting to consolidate here instead of go one direction or the other. You can see that's kind of what Nasdaq's doing here as well. Russell's also kind of doing the same. I should just hire you to trade for me, Vincent. Okay, we're at the top of the hour here. We see Crude just shot down about to 8 ticks. S&P popped up about 5 ticks. Does look like we're on lighter volume here. It's very rare to see gold have just dashes for candles, and we're seeing a few of these here. So I think we might have lighter volume right now in the evenings. Almost makes me wonder if Wednesday evenings streams gonna be worth it. But we'll see. Okay, now we do have some selling pressure coming in on the S&P. I'm looking for MES chart here somewhere. NQ sending me a short signal as well. Moving kind of fast, actually. I'm gonna grab an MMNQ chart. Oh, crap. Huge candle down. 17 points. Wow. Now that's too far down. That's way too far into the bands. That's going to reverse. Wow. Did ES do that too? Of course it did. So if I had just, gotten in here and that's me sounding frustrated. So let's see. Now, and gold gave us a buy signal and then popped up a few ticks. I'm expecting a bounce here. Far into the bands, but I might not get it. Apparently Asia wants to sell off. We'll go in with two. I'm going 2 micros here and see what happens. I'm gonna cut it cut it. I have a wrong parameter zone for this time of night, so we're already gonna move the stop up for. Oh, it's going. I should have just jumped in right at this top of the candle. Well, let's move this. Let's move that. We're in at 82, so let's move it to 97. Yeah, there's the bounce that I was waiting on. Let's see if it continues. Continues up, I'm gonna probably cut it quick. So I might hesitate. Sorry, don't mean to be scratching the mic. Got something caught on it. Sorry about that. So if I hadn't hesitated, it could have got 9 points off that short signal. But now we're heading backwards. Hi, Captain Price. What do you think is nice? If you're talking about my trade, I'm actually losing on this trade and probably gonna get stopped out. If you're talking about the accidental sounds I just made, I apologize for that. Oh, yeah. Gold's pulling back. I probably should cut this. See if it comes back down. Basically liquidity thingy. Yeah, liquidity is good. Oh, there we go. Come on. Liquidity good. Yeah. I mean, don't I don't think the sell-off's going to continue, but yet honestly on Thursday I didn't think the sell-off was going to continue. And it did. I probably should just get out of this trade. I don't know, it's consolidating. Maybe it'll go back down just to get me a break even. Not risking a lot. Kappa Kappa. Give me a signal. Don't want it. Yeah. So a lot of things affecting the market right now, from inflation to the COVID variant to FMOC to the interest rate hikes, and the buyback, and the holidays. Everything's kind of pushing it different directions. But for now, all I want for Christmas is this to go down. It, it's they're stepping up toward my stop loss. And it's teasing my stop loss. Oh, pull back. Oh, wow. That came. I still think I'm going to get stopped out. High this candle is 89. Oh, wow. That came within 2 ticks of stopping me out. And it's now going back down like 5 points. But I probably should get out now and take this as a gift. Right after the bell this morning, it was just wild. It was whipsawing up and down every candle. Gold's heading higher. ES sending a buy signal. Uh, I don't want to set a larger stop right now. I mean, I just can't take too big of hits with being in the evaluation account. So I set my stops. Yes, I mean I could set a stop a little bit larger, but I don't know. I I'll set it above. I'll give it a little bit more of a chance to see if it bounces off the SMA here. Set it for 715. 715. Oh, everything's sending signals there. Yeah, I'm trying to see basically if it takes out the SMA, then I'm out. What's Crude doing? Buy signal. Okay, and Q just hit a buy signal as well. Bounce. Yeah. I have many times been dumbfounded as then Q's all slow and then all of a sudden boom it goes up 15, 20 points. Gold just bounced off its SMA. Yep. And we will be stopped out. Okay, stopped out there. Big 9 point candle upwards took us out. Better move for me there would have been to get out when that buy signal fired and just reversed. Could have got a quick 10, almost 10 points. This time it looks like I'm eliminating the UltraBond. We'll keep an eye on copper, but me and copper have been fighting, so I'll be watching the EST, NQ, gold and crude basically. ES would have been obviously the better one for me to follow here, as it, set the signal here. If I had been doing my 2 to 4, obviously would have got that, and It's just sending signals earlier than NQ right now. And this would have been, I wouldn't have got in here because it's still downtrending, but that would have been so far 3 points. Russell also been good to follow there because it did the same thing that the ES did. So NQ is kind of lagging right now versus the other indices. Yeah, I try to set tighter profit targets and tighter stop losses. I didn't do a real good job on that one, on that NQ at all. You know, it said it right here. I mean, I told myself, I was even telling myself, this big candle down that was probably going to reverse. Then it kept going down, and I jumped in, and that's when it reversed. I should have never got into that trade, or if I should have got in and got out with five or 5 8 points. Once it was that far down into the after through the bands, I knew it was going to bounce at least some. We can see here that NQ came up. Our high of this session, so verse 28. As it was coming down trying to retest, it came up and retested 16, this 15 area, between 15 and 17 multiple times. Try it one more time there before that big move down. Looks like that's what we're trying to head to again. Do you want to thank everyone for joining me this evening? Monday evening, just a few days before Christmas. Remember, if you're here from YouTube, please hit the like button. YouTube algorithm seems to like that, and I appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, I appreciate that too. Gold making a nice move down. That would have been a nice signal to catch. I think I'll still mourning my NQ loss. Copper's continuing to move down, but kind of a weird signal back here. A weird signal was on no volume. So what got in there if I had gotten in? 8 tick stop and 16 tick. So, oh crap. That would have just about hit my profit target. Yeah, there's sometimes gold can really go. I remember watching it go down $5,000 a contract one night. But yeah, it's gold's been in same range for yeah, gold's been in the same range for a while. If we look at a daily chart here, blow up the daily chart. Ooh. Daily charts look horrible with bands. There, that's better. Uh, you know, got up to 1879 back in November, so it's dropped 100 points, but kind of been in this range for a while. Hit 2081 back in August of 2020. Guessing that was its all-time highs or not? I don't know. I don't remember. I have no idea. I haven't been trading things that long. Yeah, it looks like wow. It's an interesting look. Okay, what did I do? I broke something. There we go. Turn the bands back on. There we go. Copper would have hit my price target if I had gotten in on that short signal. Yeah, I like looking at the Russell too. I stopped looking at the Dow for some reason. I think just because it seemed to be so similar to the ES and the NQ. I mean, yeah, ES and NQ that it just seemed redundant to be watching all of them. But I noticed that the Russell seems to, of the four indexes, the Russell seems to be the rebel of the group that'll do different things than the other three. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes it'll be like the Russell's going down while everything else is going up for whatever reason, or opposite, whatever. So I see, this NQ move that I got out of, it did go up here when, no, it just hit a new high, a new recent high. It's at 708. Still not back above these highs back here. Crude came up, bounced off its SMA, trying to continue to head up. How long you been a trader, Captain Price? Ah, got in during the COVID, started getting back in during the COVID crash. Yeah, I tried to start on stocks, but frustrated by PDT rule and all that stuff. Such a stupid rule. It really is. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I mean, they're the stocks are fun to trade if you catch news or whatever. And then, if I ever have the extra money, if I ever actually become a success at this, I'll probably dabble in stocks. Between some long-term, more like dividend stocks, and but also enjoy maybe playing some cheaper stocks that have a chance to kind of go up big in value. Day trade. So you see the ES here, it came up, back down to the SMA and bounced back up now again. Crude oil sending me a long signal here, trying to bounce off its SMA for the second time. Yeah, the crude did send me this long signal here. I don't know. Ugh. Yeah, AQ's just for a long. I would think we want to get above this 715 area. High of the sesh is 715. I mean 725, which is the highest we've seen since Thursday, Friday, Friday, Friday. Yeah, I just happened to get in at the low of the session. Yeah, this is just how my luck seems to go. I don't know. This would have gave 10 points off this signal. This signal would have given uh, like 28 points. This one would have gave like 30 points. I gave the one that gave 5 points in reversed. I still think I'm cursed. Kind of looks like a warthog. It's trying to grind upwards though. Crude is kind of as well. No volume of natural gas. Oof, there's a nice move here on ES. Nice move on NQ, 9 points upwards. It's above that 15 level there, heading toward that high of the session. Gold popping up. Copper popped too as well. Suddenly, all of a sudden, everything decided to go bullish. All of a sudden, everything woke up. So even this one would have worked. That's why I say I think I'm cursed. Look at this. I take the one signal out. There's been 5 signals from the super trend. No, I'm sorry, four. 4 signals from the super trend so far. No, 5. I was right. I forgot about that one. And 4 would have given at least 10 points, and the one I take didn't. In fact, most of them would have gave me at least 20 points. I'm cursed. Cursed, 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 cursed. So we hit that same area that we from the high of the day, high of the session, I guess I should say, and it's sitting right around there now. It seems to be struggling to get through that same area. Copper going without me. Anybody take any trades in this heading? This move upwards here. It's now above the high of the session. Yeah, I was gonna set an order there at like 717 if it filled, thinking it was gonna go, and I should have. That would have been a good move. So back, this is where last time we visited these levels. So you can see this is actually hit this area kind of twice as it was coming down on last night. Came back up a couple times before falling down and never returning. And see, I hate this because I feel FOMO. I want this is the move I would love to get into, but as soon as I get in, it's going to reverse. We're already seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight green candles. So you think you're going to see a red candle here soon, at least pulling back a little bit, but maybe not. But that said, I just watched this sucker go 41 points. If I had just, I don't usually get into buy signals when everything's downtrending. The bands, the SMA. I expected to pull back first, which is exactly what it actually did. Get this out of the way. It pulled back to here, then came back up. This should have been my entry right here. This candle or this candle should have been my entry, and I could have caught some of this. But instead, I was looking at that 715 level where it struggled past back here. I should have, like I said, should have rested in order 717, 720, and be able to catch some of this. Yeah, I gotta start looking at that gap fill and things like that. Yeah, I'm too one-dimensional. And like I said, just based on the chart, if I had just been staring at the chart, this now looks kind of like an elephant. No, a rhinoceros with his uh, horn. But anyway, if I had just been looking at the chart, staring at it like I should have been, you know, this was the pullback that I should have been looking for. It was already starting to bend the SMA line up. And the bands were starting to head up. So once it came down here and it came back above the SMA, either here or after it retested the SMA here and bounced up, any of these would have been strong entries just based on what I was seeing on the chart. And I think that's what frustrates me is I can see this stuff and I just don't execute it. Copper did it all. I mean, I didn't enter any of these trades. Gold, everything kind of moved upwards, but I didn't enter because everything, when the signals fired, everything was below the SMA. But they all worked. Yeah. Yep, it is. I've been looking at that more too. I mean, I've always have it plotted on my charts. I just get frustrated. Sometimes, I think I need to look at it at a higher time frame for EMA because, it frustrates me when it's just like here on gold, it's just going straight through. Yes, I keep plotting eyes. So we have a little bit of a pullback here. Hit hit 56, pull back now to 40 on NQ. ES hit 85, pull back to 81. Yeah, it's interesting. Crude, S&P, Russell, the Nasdaq, copper, and gold to a lesser extent all follow the same pattern there. And the UltraBond kind of did the exact opposite and went downward, which isn't unusual. The UltraBond's usually going the opposite way. Okay, here's a 9-point candle up on NQ as it tries to head back up. Sure, the ES did the same thing, and it did. Russell as well. Excuse me there. Yeah. There's Crude again. Crude sending a short signal, but above the SMA line this time. NQ got back up to 54 before taking another breath. Curling up again. By the way, guys, anyone that's here, if you ever notice where my stream goes blurry, let me know. Someone said they tried to watch my stream on Friday and they said everything was blurry. I even played the playback of that stream after he mentioned it and didn't notice anything. So I don't know if it was something from his machine or where he was watching from or what. But if anyone never noticed anything's blurry, let me know. 2 minute, huh? Well, we can do that. Let's look. EMA, inputs, time frame, 2 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes is definitely saying bullish. See what happens if I change it on the gold. I don't think it's going to change too much. AMA, 2 minute. Yep, that didn't change anything at all. Well, actually, it did kind of. Interesting. So, where we saw here in gold, since nothing's going on right now, we can look at this. On gold, you saw the EMA going right through the price action on the 1 minute. If you change it to 2 minute, it's mostly above, so that indicates bearish. That one wouldn't, well, yeah, that one wouldn't have worked. Let's just, if I'm just taking bearish, wider stops, these would work. I was doing 15. And this would have worked all night. And then, of course, this one, though, I'll just move this. This would have been nice. That would have been a good winner for 1.5 to 1. I just knocked down a signal. What was it? Natural gas. I apologize for the yawning. It's been a long week. Sorry, just kidding. I've been eating like crap lately, and that's I'm tired all the time. So, waiting. Kind of just sideways right now. About 10 minutes to the top of the hour. I believe another Asian market comes online. I gotta look that up. I think they're staggered. I know there's volatility seems to increase a little bit around the 9 o'clock, yeah, 9 o'clock Eastern hour. So we'll see if anything pops then. I have a feeling the evenings in the next 2 weeks are going to be slow because of the holidays. Lots of Christmas parties and spending time with kids and family and traveling and all that stuff that they do on Hallmark movies. Who wants to trade when all that's going on? Natural gas doesn't have enough volume to really take seriously right now, and it's sideways too. Gold, I mean, I'm sorry, this is a Russell. Russell's continuing to kind of climb up. Well, okay, well, the S&P is doing it as well now. Little bit of a peak up here from the NASDAQ as well. Crude oil, it's copper. Crude oil kind of hugged its SMAs, now trying to get back above, excuse me, his recent high of 69.25. Wait, 69.32, sorry. Kind of boring here at the moment. Shall we sing Christmas carols? On the first day of Christmas. Thought I was kidding about the Christmas carols, didn't you? Gold pulling back here a bit, but everything's kind of slow, lulling everybody to sleep. The Nasdaq's hanging around right at that 750, 750, 755 area. ES around the 85 area for it. Yeah, 45, 85 area. Russell around 2145. Gold sending us a short signal here. We're taking that short signal on gold because I'm bored. See my gold chart there? Let's hope. Let's hope for goodness. Three ticks so far. Four. And Q trying to curl up at the same time. Oh, five ticks. Still five ticks. Pull back two ticks. And all the way back to break even. Coming back. That's what I like to see. Ooh, back to being 5 ticks in profit. Hanging right around the 1790.2 area. Earlier low hit 89.5. Part of me is saying just take what I can get here, take this little bit of profit. It hasn't had a lot of follow through either way. Yeah, it might already be too late. I mean, I could take 20 bucks. Let's see if it comes back down any. Seems to be some buyers coming in here. Yeah, we're only 1 tick in the profit. I should have took it at 50. We'll see. Y'all got real quiet. Then we're back to break even. Just watching this now. Nothing's else sending signals. You see everything's kind of sideways. Yep. 3 ticks down now. That is SMA line. Nasdaq getting really tight in the bands you see here. Only 9 points separate the two standard deviation bands on Nasdaq. Gold back under the SMA. Let's hope, see if it comes back to me. Bands are tightening there as well. Oops, sorry about that. Everything's very slow right now. Not a lot happening. Let's see how much volume we're actually getting here. This candle has 7 on it. 12, 32 before the 21. The Ninja Trader freeze up. Ninja Trader's not showing the same price movement as Trading View. Ninja Trader hasn't given there. Okay, now it did. Caught up there. I swear I missed the candle though. Yeah, it was frozen for a second. That said, I'm now down 30 bucks. You see, NQ has slid underneath its SMA line. Ooh, big move down here on gold, back down to break even, and popping right back up. That candle had some volume to it, 180. So someone came in with a bunch of sell orders there, but popped right back up. Down 3 ticks. Just kind of grind into the side. SMA line's still slightly downtrending. Bands are downtrending. So I'm hoping for a bounce. This is so unexciting, it isn't even funny. Although I'm now down 5 ticks. Gold's actually sending me a buy signal here. But to me, this looks like it's going to be bouncing band to band. So I'm going to hope it bounces off the bands here. And then comes back to me. At least to get out, maybe break even. Why Captain Price? Because it's so slow, or why can't you watch it? Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not even getting a lot of volume right here. I mean, less than 100 a candle. I'm now down 8 ticks on this, 9 ticks. I'm 1 tick away from stop out. Looks like it's gonna go. Looks like I should have reversed again. It's gonna sit here and torture me now. NQ giving us a short signal here now, but I don't. I mean, it's well, that's 7 tick candle. I mean, 7 point candle. Gold trying to trend back down. I hope it didn't. Okay, within 1 tick of stopping me out. Now it's 3 ticks from stopping me out. Yeah. I right now, yeah, NQ. I'm not really interested in anything that it's doing I mean, until it breaks one way or the other. Hello, Stephen Lee. How are you doing? Uh, things are slow right now, Stephen. Okay, Captain Price. Make sure to bring back enough for everybody. Things are slow. I'm in a gold trade right now. I'm down 7 ticks. I took a loss on MNQ earlier, so things aren't wonderful right now. Stephen Lee, I am nowhere near funded right now yet. I'm still fighting myself. And there I get stopped out on gold. So we have just very slow right now. That's it, these last two shorts on the UltraBond have been very nice to take. In retrospect, I should have reversed again on gold. When I got in here, it'll be up 5, 6 ticks. NQ and ES, yeah, we're on March contracts for NQ and ES. Just needed a break, or just got busy, or is everything okay? I understand. Overnight, it, honestly, I look at the overnight and I think it's easier to trade. Things seem to trend more overnight. And if Vincent's still here, he'll tell you the same thing. He likes trading the London session. Uh, things seem to just trend easier. I mean, if you look at Nasdaq, this was the open of the New York Open today, which just looks absolutely crazy. Well, that. What's your strategy normally, Steven? I mean, I follow my super trend signals and the Bollinger Bands and the SMA line basically. So like, now I'm not saying I would have taken all these signals. This is last night on Nasdaq. That signal went 54 points. This signal, I wouldn't have taken this signal honestly, but even if I had, it would have went 33 points. And then this signal would have went, honestly, wait, hold on. This signal would have went, would have kept going. I mean, depending on what you set a profit target, it would have went 80 points. And you see this one would have went too. Then as you start getting, this is the first real failure, but even that would have went about 13 points. You see most of these, you would have got, you could, if you were scalping for 5 points, every one of these signals would have given you 5 points, so on and so forth. I will say right now, Steven, I mean, I think the overnight session is easy to trade. This session right here, though, I think it's hard to trade. I trade because, I do a couple streams a week just because I do believe you can make money just about any time. And so I like to do a couple evening streams to let people see how things play out in the evenings as well. But I think from 6 Eastern to midnight Eastern, it's probably the toughest time to trade. And then depending on some afternoons, if there's no news that day, no big news or anything, then sometimes the afternoon going into the close the last few hours is tough to trade. But if I had a choice of when I could trade, if I didn't have responsibilities I had to do during the day, I would probably trade from like midnight to say 9 or 10 a.m. I'm not saying I'll trade 10 hours every day or whatever that is, but that would be the hours I would trade. Right now we're seeing no volume here in the market, and I think we're like saying earlier. I think we're slower because of the holiday weeks right now as well. At least this time of night. You know, I'm not sure. how much retail traders account for volume, but I'm sure here in the United States, you have more people doing Christmas parties and Christmas stuff and all that stuff in the evening instead of worrying about trading. There's probably a bunch of people that have just stopped trading for the year and got to get their tax stuff together and all that. I only started getting into futures last spring, so I'm not really sure. I mean, we can look. Let's go take a look at the daily chart on the ES, since there's really nothing going on right now. Let's go back. Go back. Go back. Oh, wait, too far back. January. Let's see here. I mean, overall volume. I can't say, I don't have anything that breaks down volume by session, unfortunately. I'm sure there's something out there that does. Yeah, I mean, overall volume looks to be about the same, at least, going through here in January and February, at least on the ES. Let's go back another year. Let's not do the COVID year. Let's do 19 January. Yeah, no. Looks to be about normal. Now, I don't know if it's normal in the evenings. Let's see what was December. Well, even December 19 wasn't hard. Or December of 18 was pretty good. So I don't know. Just right now it seems slow. Maybe I'm just imagining it. I don't know. But right now there's absolutely nothing to trade. Although crude's giving us a short signal, it's trying to pop down, but we got 2 ticks a candle. Uh, I stopped out on the gold trade, Vincent, and now everything is just dead. Everything's lost volume. It's very, very slow. So I'm out for two on trades for the night so far, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get another opportunity. I mean, gold sending me a short here, four down, four ticks, but I'm not sure I trust anything right now. You can see NQ, and CES has just been this tight. Although I mean, it's been a slightly downtrending tight range, Eh, but I mean, it's just nothing's moving. I do want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. If you're here on YouTube, remember to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Still trying to build everything up. Hopefully becoming we'll eventually become a funded trader and have an awesome stream as I totally build that up. Struggles here are real, but I will get there. Gold again, trying to entice me though. Oh, I don't know. I usually stream until somewhere between 10:30 and 11 Eastern time. On a slow night like this, I'll probably cut it at 10:30 unless something exciting happens. I did do one overnight session once, but I didn't get many. But no, that was also shortly after I first started the stream. So, but I didn't get many. Like I got like two viewers the entire night. I even fell asleep for about 15 minutes once. I don't know if anyone heard me snoring. Um, then my internet decided to go out for an hour. So that was a pretty much a disaster. But if anyone was interested, I would be willing to do another London session stream sometime. I can't do it regularly, unfortunately, because I gotta do my normal making money work type stuff during the day. But I can do one here and there. So, it's kind of interesting when you look at NQ here. NQ crossed over the SMA line here. And it doesn't look like it's done anything, but from here to here, it's 15 points. Well, no, but I mean, if you were trading one regular contract and decided just that your SMA line was going to be your where you decide to, get in, you could be up like $300 for a regular size contract. Yes, I'm juvenile and keep putting eyes on these little things. Now this thing has two eyes. Oops. There we go. Oh, I knocked down a signal doing that. UltraBond trying to come back up. This gold short signal had absolutely no follow through so far. Hey John, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. I don't remember seeing you the end of the week last week. But that doesn't sound like a lot of fun. Trying to wrap up before the holidays. Yeah, definitely, enjoy it. Uh, for everybody else, it's been great. I'm just struggling for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. I had that brilliant week a couple weeks ago where I, made $1,000 and 65% win rate, and since then I've just been struggling. But Vincent here, he's here. I think he's still here somewhere. He's using my strategy and he's winning all over. So but I don't know. I'm 0 for 2 tonight. I did a wonderful trade on FMOC last Wednesday, an $1,100 winner, and have since managed to pretty much give it all back. So I'm continuing to refine stuff. I'll figure this out eventually. I just feel like, sometimes I feel like I'm cursed. Like, here, look. There's just there's once you start one of these gauntlets, you that mentality kicks in and you start. I mean, obviously you want to sim trade it and get it down, but there's still that whole once you go live, it's not the same as sim trading, and it's tough. It gets tougher. But yeah, which is why I've been trying to so hard to develop these strategies with these signals and all that to something to just that's rock solid to stick to. But sometimes I just feel like I'm cursed. Absolutely, Stephen. And yeah, that reminds me of to remind everybody that Earn a Trade does have a sale going until the end of the year now. 50% discount on all gauntlet minis. I mean, every single one. And if you aren't already signed up with Earn a Trade, or you're going to sign up with a different account, I would appreciate if you use my link that's in the show notes down below. But as I was saying, I almost feel a little like, I struggle with this whole maybe I'm not supposed to be successful thing. I mean, look at it. This is NQ tonight. It's sent 6 signals. One, two, three, four, five, six. 5 of these would have won at least 10 points, and 4 would have went 15 or more. I took the one that took this one, the one that failed almost right away. So if I had taken all of these, I'll be up nicely. But I took this one. And I mean, there's a couple of these, like I wouldn't have taken this one. I didn't take this one because of the downtrending everything, and that worked nicely. Same here. I wouldn't have taken this. Was before I came on. And this one, I mean, this was going so slowly downward that I didn't want to take it, and this one has gone 20 points now. So that's where I'm standing right now. Just trying to convince myself that I'm not cursed. Oh, and I'll say this again, everybody. If you ever notice where my stream looks blurry, let me know. I don't. Someone told me the other day that they were watching on Friday and that it was blurry for them, and I even looked at the playback and it was fine. So I don't know if it was something with what the the computer they were watching on or what. But if anyone ever notices any blurriness, let me know so I can try and figure out what the issue is. But anyway, John, sorry I got off subject there and made it about me, and I apologize. $200 isn't too huge of a hole, and I'm sure you can dig out of that. Hi, Eugene. Welcome. Yeah, I lost an NQ today when I didn't set my stop to where I tell myself I need to. I try to adjust my stops by both market conditions and the time of day. So if you look back here, this move right here that I had marked out would have given me more than 30 points. Here was my buy signal, but I set my stop loss at 10. And anytime after 8 a.m. Eastern, I won at least a 15 or 20 point stop loss. But I just had the wrong parameter in Ninja Trader, the wrong trade management, and I didn't adjust it. It came up. It stopped me out here. It never went more than 15, never went more than 13, and then it went. So that was a unforced error on my part. See, that's exactly how I feel, John. Like, it's almost like, if I could hold trades and I went long on the NQ, somehow the NQ would go down to zero. Elon Musk would go bankrupt. Bill Gates would go bankrupt. So yeah, I have been working on trying to find the right stop losses for the products that I trade and the times that I trade. During the New York sessions, it's at least 15 to 20 on NQ points, and on this time of night it's more like 10 usually. Yep, yep. That's happened to me a bunch as well. One tick and then it goes that way, and here's copper going on me as well, and I didn't get in. That's up 9 ticks. Gold sending a buy signal. Gold's kind of in this range though. You can see here gold's been in this kind of range for a while. And I've already lost once on gold. Took this short. And it did give me 5 ticks, and I should have taken it there. Then it came up, came back up. Now, luckily, I didn't go for this buy signal because it wouldn't have given me more than 5 ticks there. Not a lot of follow through right now on anything. Oh, on ES, Vincent. Oh, I see it. Up to the SMA. Good luck, Vincent. So I'll live vicariously through Vincent. He trades my strategy better than I do. Unfortunately, Vincent, I know you use Delta. Fortunately, TradingView does not have an actual cumulative delta indicator. I love TradingView. I love TradingView a lot, but they really there's some major flaws of things they don't have that I really hope they continue working on. They don't have tick charts and they don't have delta, and there's a couple of other things that. Oh yeah, and Renkos. Their Renkos don't work the way they should. So I wanted to kind of play with Renkos for a while, but they tie their Renkos to a time frame, and that's not how Renkos work. So, what level did you enter at, Vincent? Crude also sending a buy signal. Downtrending SMA line. Russell sent us a signal too. I've been noticing though lately the last couple days, even when with the downtrending SMAs, when they break the SMA, they seem to want to continue going. Usually there's a pullback. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not 100%. I think the only way I would have to look. Yeah, I've heard something like that too. I'm not 100% sure. Um, I don't pay for the premium package on uh, TradingView, where I could get, if I had premium, I could have 1 second, 1 second charts, and I think that with their Renko script would be better because the problem with Renkos, I still have Renkos up here. If like here, you see this green forming, but the thing is, like let's say 5 green bricks form in the 1 minute, and then in that same minute they all pull back. You don't ever see those bricks formed, and that it's just hard to play that way. You don't know the real price action. It looks real nice, but it ends up. And one day I do want to get a premium subscription, but right now that's just my budget can't afford that. My I love, I would trade off TradingView if I could. I really like TradingView service, and it's worth every penny in my opinion. Just not what I can afford right now. Not unless someone wants to get me a Christmas present. Gold's acting a little bit weird here. You see it coming down here, now back up. So gold is doing just this rangy thing here. Up, down, up, down. So off that signal on copper, I would have got my profit target as well there. Big burst through the third band would have given me a good reversal signal there as well. Vincent, you're up about a point, I assume. Yep, spoke too soon. Good, good. Hopefully it keeps going your way. It's kind of riding that SMA line, and the SMA line straightening out. I mean, this bounce down here at the about 45 minutes after the hour. Looks to be heading upward to infinity and beyond, or we hope. NQ giving me a signal of some sort. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. NQ is giving the buy signal. Now it's interesting. NQ is really lagging behind tonight. We saw ES and Russell give us a signal back here, and now finally Nasdaq's giving us a signal. Not sure how exactly I feel about this signal. So I'm gonna go with one a micro on MNQ. I think. Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know. Nah. See, it's in the bands. I always hesitate whenever I get in. It's in the bands. On NQ, uh, it's the 2 minute. 1 minute's much closer. And I should have jumped on this. Six points up now. So I'll let it go. Maybe I should plot two AMAs, one minute, one 2 minute. On ES, it's still the 1 minute chart. It's still the 1 minute EMA, I believe. Yeah. Good job, John. Oh, Vincent, you have both EMAs plotted, the 1 and the 2 minute? Maybe I'll do that. I hate when my charts start getting all so many lines. I mean, I hate the way the bands make my charts look, but I kind of, I rely on them somewhat. It's an interesting look. Nice, great job, Vincent. So that buy signal on NQ, which came a lot later than the ES and the Russell did, it gave me 7.5 points, which would have been a nice win, but smaller than what I would have expected. So all the indices now sending short signals, but well, they bounce off the SMA lines. But remember, folks, if you're here from YouTube, I would love it, love it, love it if you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please feel free. Get notifications when I go online. Although, I mean, you don't really need that, but it's nice to see the subscriber count go up. Makes me happy. Short signal on ES, but it seems like it wants to bounce off this SMA line. Yeah, John, a couple each week. It seems like right now. I'm up to 135 subscribers. I'm up to 135 subscribers on YouTube and on Twitch. Twitch. Wow, that's kind of odd. I have 135 followers on Twitch and 135 subscribers on YouTube. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's growing. It's a lot more than I ever thought I'll. Well, first of all, I never thought I'll become a streamer to begin with. But I mean, I never, you know, 135 on YouTube, 135 on Twitch. My subreddit has over 700 people that subscribe to it. It's just surprising what what all this has started. Of course, I love to see the YouTube get up to 1,000 because that's when you can start monetizing the channel. But I never started this to. I mean, I never started the channels really as a way to make money. You know, it was just something to try and bring some traders together and see what we can figure out together and work together and whatever. And I would love to, if I could ever get this trading thing down, figure out a good solid plan to be able to help others do the same. I also, eventually I want to not just do live streams, but I want to do some, regular videos too that, have to do with trading. But I don't have time to edit my own videos at this point in time, so until I find someone who wants to edit for me for free until I can pay them, or until I can find the time to do it myself, I can't do that. But I think once I have, videos that aren't just aren't just live streams, I think that'll grow the channel as well. You know, one of the goals I have is once I become a consistent trader, is doing daily recaps, showing my profit and loss each day, each trade, why I got in them, you know, the anatomy of each trade. I used to always watch like Warrior Trading. He of course he trades stocks, but I used to always watch his daily recaps to show his where what he did well that day, what he did bad that day, and how he made his money that day, or even lost money that day. And I think people really value those, so that's something I want to do. But unfortunately, that would take 15 minutes 10, 15 minutes to record each day, and then I would need to find the time, however long it takes to edit and all that, and I just don't have that extra time each day. Thank you, John. Yeah, CFT's been a big help to me. I consider him a good friend. He's always looking to help me out and promote me, and he does a good job of letting me vent when I'm having a bad time trading, and keeps me motivated at times. He does everything so well. It's hard to believe he's only had he just passed his first anniversary of his channel. He's only been doing videos since last December 16th. And heck, I would never have been started to even consider trading the UltraBond until I met him. Yeah, he does. He's completely depth of market order flow trading. No charts at all. Vincent, you still in the trade? seeing we're popping up with another buy signal here, but I'm thinking about maybe going for it. Yes. There we go. Hesitating just a little bit because we're right at this level where when it came up before, it stopped at 45.84.75. We just hit 45.85. So I got one tick above and pulled back. So let's see if they can get above there. Another buy signal. Try to get in on the bid. If we take this, 30 seconds on this candle, pull back again. And they're back up to 85. It just popped up 3 ticks. I should have got in. Oh, that's 12 points. Wow. Really? Okay, I just jumped in here. Chasing. There, let's watch. I bet you I chased and it's going to pull back on me. Then again, maybe not. Of 2 ticks. Oh, wow. Do not stop me out. Do not stop me out. I'm moving my stop back. There we go. Up 6 ticks here. $75. Come on. I want more. Back down to break even. Hopefully it's just pull back. And now I'm back. And now I am in. I should have took profit. It's at 1 tick. Or not at 1 tick, at 6 ticks. Well, let's see. There we go. Maybe heading back up. Down one tick here. 3 ticks. Seems to be stair stepping down. Kind of just stalling here now. Hmm. Just kind of watching. Looks like it's trying to move up. Crude's moving up. I wouldn't mind if it was squeezed just a little bit more, but I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about it. I got in at 88 and went all the way up to 90. If I would have taken that 2 points, that would have been $100. Now I mean, my stop loss is at 75. Gold, again giving a buy signal. ES is hanging right around my entry point. Just a tick down right now. 3 ticks down right now. Sideways SMA lines coming up to try and meet it. pulling back again. We're approaching the 10:30 hour. Probably stream for another 15 minutes or so, maybe a half an hour, depending. Then remember, I'm right back here tomorrow morning, 7:30 Eastern time. It's coming back. Yeah, it's coming down more now. Yeah. Yep, that just stopped me out. So turned a $100 winner into a $75 loser. So now 0 for 3 on the night. Vincent, you still in, or did you get out? You know, if I had gone on the Russell instead of the S&P, look at this. If I just went here, this was a 6 points up. Crude, okay. Which one of these? I'm on Trading View. Just DSS. This one? DMark TD Sequential Alert Simplified by Scarf. Okay. Okay, so quickly tell me what exactly I'm looking at. What do these signals mean? Whoa, did I add it twice? That's better? Okay. Whoa. That's a lot of stuff. Only nines, invert colors. Okay. So now, interesting. So nines are the best chance of reversals? Is that what I'm so is that okay? Interesting. Very interesting. Wow. And this does not repaint, I assume. Yeah, I was gonna say that looks ugly. I'm just looking backwards here on it. Uh, yeah, I see here that was a good reversal, but this one did not work. But oh, that's all the way back to the open. Okay, trying to see. Huh. Okay. Okay. I will check this out. I will study it some. Vincent, still in? Uh, Sorry, Vincent. I don't mean to keep bugging you. Just curious. I've tried to look at Fibonacci at times, and I just haven't figured that out either. And I don't. I mean, I don't want to end up trying to look at like 30 different indicators to figure out things. I know it might. So I do try to keep it kind of simple. I've checked out that tick strike, and I'm just not sure I could get used to hearing the ticking. Plus, it's expensive, I think. Do want to again thank everyone for joining me tonight. I think this is the most I've had on a live stream and a nighttime session on YouTube. There's 7 people right here right now, but I only have 6 likes, which means one of you have not hit that like button. Crew giving a bye signal. Oh, I appreciate everything you've been saying, Captain Price. I'm definitely always willing to check out different indicators to find, something that might work. Because lately I've just been struggling. But it just seems like, I mean, again, this is why I feel like I'm cursed. This didn't work, or, I mean, it went 2 points. I was looking for three. Yeah, exhausted. If I had taken the Russell signal instead of the ES signal, it would have easily given me what I would be looking for in the Russell. Oops. Steven, that just totally depends on your style of trading. I mean, I love my super trend indicator, and Vincent started using the super trend indicator, and he really likes it. But super trend works great until you start ranging. Then you got to figure out how to not get chopped up. And uh, I so far I've been simple. I've just been using the super trend, which back testing gives me great signals. It seems like I just take all the wrong ones, or I screw it up. Vincent's been doing wonderfully with it. Yeah, there's got to be a winner and loser on every side. Okay, Vincent. Another great job tonight. What's your total profit, Vincent? Great job. Great job, Vincent. You got me here in the morning, Vincent? Which reminds me, do you ever sleep? Of course, people ask me that too. Good. I'll see you then. We're probably going to wrap up here in the next 5 minutes or so. Yes, yes, I am, Stephen. I go live at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Although not this Friday because it's Christmas Eve and CME's closed, but I wouldn't have gone live anyway, even if CME wasn't closed. Excellent, John. I'll see you then. Yeah, definitely can do that, Captain Price. Definitely can do that. Well, I love it too. I agree. I enjoy trading. Just don't let yourself get burned out, Vincent. As we see gold heading upwards. Are you trading in the morning, Captain Price? Oh, I usually I stream to about 11 Eastern time, so feel free to stop in. Yeah, there's some days the open's okay, and there's other days. I mean, I, today was just today the market just like I stayed out as it was doing its thing today. I mean, this is just that's just ugly. I mean, I don't know. I'd love to know who can make money like that. I mean, 30 up, 30. I mean, 30 down, 34 up, 29 down, 15 up, 29 up, 27 down.
And then this 73-point candle down. I mean, God. Okay, well, if you feel like stopping in tomorrow morning, I'll be online. I'll be here streaming. Yep. It was definitely crazy this morning, and I just decided to stay out at that point. Like a duck sticking out its tongue. Yeah, I'm weird. I'm very, very weird. This would have been an awesome buy signal to take. Yeah, I'm gonna be closing down the stream soon, and I'll go to bed about midnight-ish, and then get up at 6-ish, and I get up and I'm jump online within 30 minutes of waking up. Jump on the stream, which is why y'all need to be bringing me some coffee. Okay, folks, I think we're gonna call it there for the night. I thank everyone for joining me and for chatting. It is so much better when people chat and I can talk to people and not just ramble on about this is support and resistance and below the SMA and above the SMA. So I definitely appreciate the conversation. I appreciate you all joining me as I continue this futures journey to hopefully one day actually master it. Well, not, I shouldn't say master. One day at least, feel like I'm in control. Thanks, everyone. See you in the morning. Have a great night.